every year is a different challenge. And I would say that when we look at how farming, especially tree fruit, correlates to like a life lesson and like how that looks for either younger growers, middle-aged growers, older growers, it's something that we're constantly learning like year in and year out. And so especially like myself being 8 years into this, it's something that I wake up every morning and I think to myself like, how am I gonna take on the day out here? What does the field need today? There's so many different seasons. And I would say like with life, it's kind of like the same thing. There's just so many seasons of life. There's so many challenges that we face on a day-to-day basis. So when you really look at how the two worlds kind of cross over between farming stone fruit and really taking on business, taking on family, taking on personal things, it's something that really, really translates, but just in such a different meaning. We've got winter, spring, summer, fall. And every time those 3-month windows come in, we've constantly got to be on guard about different things. And so it's a conditioning type of sport out here. We have to be very aware of what's going on, and we've got to be very on top of things too, because when you don't, it has the chance to sneak up on you and bite you. And I think that really kind of goes back to, just how we look at things from a day-to-day basis as humans. We look at taking on each day, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Well, today and out here, it's literally one day after another, especially with organic farming. And then you put on top of that the regenerative certification and being ROC. This is something that we're learning day in and day out is even more different from what we did traditionally 2 years ago before we started this program out here. So, it's hard. This is no joke. This is a very difficult commodity to farm. And then when you stack up two more different growing styles on top of an already difficult commodity to farm, it definitely presents its challenges, but you have to dig deep. And, when problems come up, you have to have enough solutions thought of to be able to counteract the problem that you face. And so, waking up in the morning early to get out here, to come look at things, being on top of this. You can't just leave this thing alone and let it go. It requires a lot of attention. And I think when you look at relationships, it's the same thing. They require a lot of attention, and then the best come out of them. So this is a relationship between the farmer and the trees, right, out here. And it's been one of the most rewarding things for me as a fourth generation to do this with the third generation. It's really interesting to have not only the farmer, but then also the market exposure as well. And I think Homegrown does an amazing job with making all of us growers feel very included in what's going on in the marketplace, how we can be better farmers from the field for them out to the market. It's been one of the most seamless relationships where we've been able to become better because we kind of have that transparency and vision out to what the consumer wants. So as long as we know our end game, we can backfill how to make sure that we responsibly do this from the very beginning, from January 1 all the way through to the end to December 31st.